Hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to the music, the sources, anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and you, viewer, are you. Today is Sunday, also known as Sunday, September 18th, 2022. Oh, let's see here. Let's get right on into the history. Starting us off, in the year 96, we have an assassination. Nerva was proclaimed Roman Emperor after Domitian was assassinated. Huh, well that would cause it. And jumping on up into 324, we have Chrysopolis. Emperor Constantine defeated Emperor Licinius. Or beats Emperor Licinius. I don't know if that's a voting, if that's a battle, if he actually, punched him, I don't know. Doing a pretty good time jump here, 1502. Christopher Columbus landed at Costa Rica on his fourth and last voyage. Moving up into 1544, but before we do so, welcome to the show, Mr.
Meat Cleaver.
Yep.
How's everybody doing?
It's just me and you right now.
All right.
So, yeah. Although I prefer your old handle, the Golden Loon, like that is so you. You know, Loon is Canadian, you're Canadian, you're also weird, crazy, you're a loony,
Yeah, Looney Tooney.
Yeah, Looney Tooney.
That's it.
And
the loon is on their $2 coin.
Yeah.
So the nickname for the $2 coin is a Looney Tooney.
Well, I thought Looney was one and the Toonie was in two. I thought it was a Looney and a Toonie. I thought they were two different denominations.
They are $1 and a $2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Looney and Toonie. Looney Toon.
Oh, Looney Tooney. You may be right.
Yeah, well, that's what you told me when I was a kid. I'm just reconveying what you said.
I'm too old to have a good memory.
Oh, Canadians, you know how they are. They shrivel up like leaves and blow away in the wind.
Yeah, don't you know?
Don't you? Oh, sorry. 1544, though, we have English King Henry VIII's troops occupied Boulogne. It's not Bologna, but it's Boulogne. Boulogne. That's not Bologna.
Bologna.
Bologna?
I don't know.
I have no clue. So, well, they occupied that, whatever that is. But also,
sandwich meat, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, he's rather hefty, so maybe he was, overindulging on the sandwich meats.
I think he went too much for the bread rather than the
cold
bologna.
cuts.
Yeah, cold cuts.
Yeah. Anyway, 1544 as well, the Peace of Crepy was signed by Holy Roman Emperor Charles V and French King Francis I, ending the Fourth Habsburg-Valois War. All right.
Okay.
And
always good when they end a war.
Yeah, it is. I'm just looking at this guy's outfit.
The hat.
Well, the hat's all right, but he looks like is that a dress? Like, it looks like
he's got a sundress. It's an outfit. It's an ensemble.
It's an ensemble.
Yeah.
It's an ensemble. I see we have been joined by Scott. Welcome to the show. He's muted though, so I'm just going to continue on into 16.
How you guys doing?
Oh, there you are.
Hey, Scott.
I didn't even know I was muted. I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. It's been a while. I haven't heard your voice in a week. Felt like it. So.
Sort of.
Yeah. sort of. Anyway, 1635, Emperor Ferdinand II declared war on France. Oh, well, here we go, another war.
Yeah.
So we ended
one got out of a war, one got into a war.
1544.
And we had in between an ensemble.
Yeah, an ensemble. So, I mean, but look at him. Like, he just...
You went back to this? Are you kidding me?
Well, I can't get away with how Californian he looks,
What gender is he? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. That's why I keep going to him. Like, what are you? Anyway.
Welcome to the 20s.
Yeah. 1670, French Bishop Jacques Bénéguin Bossuet was appointed tutor to the Dauphin, son of Louis XIV. Dauphin?
Tutor to the
tutor to the Dauphin?
Son of Louis the 14th. Oh,
Yeah.
that is.
Whatever Dauphin is. Dauphin. Not dolphin, but Dauphin.
Yeah, Dauphin.
There's no L in there, so.
No.
But it sounds like Dauphin.
Okay.
I wonder if that's an endowed dolphin. I don't know. Like, don't get in the water. So better watch out. Mr. Scott, have you opened up the link? Are you interested in reading a few articles?
Yeah, sure. 1793, right?
Before that, 1789. That looks interesting.
1789. First loan is made to pay salaries of the presidents of Congress.
The presidents and Congress.
Presidents.
That's our first mistake. We paid them something.
Well, we loaned money to pay them something.
It's like feeding a stray. They never leave.
Like Jess.
Inside joke, but you're right.
We had 6 months of that.
Yeah. See, you fed him. He never left.
Yeah. But yeah, now 1793.
Alrighty. Historic event. U.S. President George Washington lays the cornerstone of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Well, that's pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Dang. That's incredible. Like the entirety of Washington D.C. Like if you look, there's a pentagram in there. There's the what's it called? Like the angle and compass? No, the square and something for the for Freemasons.
Yeah.
Your dad was in there, and so was your brother. So what was?
Right. My dad was
33rd. Yeah.
33rd
degree.
Mason.
Yeah. As high as you can get.
Yeah. Well, I think there's other things you can get, but he was right up there. He was the head of the clan.
Was he like the Grand Poobah or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all I remember is the memory work he had to put into that thing. It was huge. Crazy. Never joined because I couldn't give it 100%.
Well, this is why, I'll never become a Freemason. Even if I didn't know the things I did, my memory is completely foobar. Even before I started, smoking the devil's lettuce. So, so that hasn't helped at all. Plus, I've been
You're
raised.
You're a lettuce head. Is that what you're telling me?
I am a cabbage caper. So, anyway, Scott, you have one more here in 1811.
British East India Company force led by Baron Minto conquers Java, part of the Dutch East Indies. Stamford Raffles appointed lieutenant governor.
Huh. And that's scary right there. British East India Company. It was an actual, it was an extension, of, the government or the armed forces or anything, but it was also like a company, just Amazon or Google or, or Toys R Us or whatever, but they acted as a political entity and went in the name of the country to conquer, various things, or right here, they conquered Java right there.
Well, we are doing that to some extent today.
Well, yeah, but can you imagine if we utilized, publicly, oh, hey, Amazon, .com is conquering, Brazil, it's essentially, that's crazy. Now we do it a lot more covertly, because if we were out right in the face like that, people would get pissed.
Well, the Constitution would kick in and they would...
Well, you think they actually still follow that?
I like to think so, yes.
Well, on the surface maybe, but... Anyway, going to move on up into 1812. The Great Fire of Moscow burned out after 5 days, leaving 75% of the city destroyed and 12,000 people killed.
I've never heard of that. You've heard of the Great London Fire, the Great San Francisco Fire. Never heard of that.
Well, this was because 1812, the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah.
This was when Napoleon was invading Russia, and they were doing a scorched earth thing, burning everything. They burnt down their own capital.
Why would they burn down their own capital?
Leave nothing for the enemy to utilize. Same thing what they did with the Germans in World War II. They didn't just burn the crops; they burned the buildings. They burned everything to the ground. So you can't have food, you can't have shelter, you can't have cover, you just have barren land with ash.
Yeah.
You can't fight with that. So that's why they did it.
Kind of like cut off your nose to spite your face, right?
I guess
It's an old saying.
Yeah. I don't want to be Michael Jackson, so he had no nose, he lost his nose in becoming white. So anyway, 1837, Charles Louis Tiffany and John B. Young co-founded a quote stationery and fancy goods emporium end quote in New York City, later renamed in 1853 as Tiffany and Company. We know about that.
High class.
Your class? Yeah, high class. Pinky out, way up. Got put on airs, But my pinky is so up you can't even see it on the screen, you know? Well...
It's so... Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 1838, 1 year after that, Anti-Corn Law League established in Great Britain by Richard Cobden. What?
Anti-corn.
Anti-Corn Law League. Like, this is weird. Let me look this up here. The Anti-Corn Law League was a successful political movement in Great Britain aimed at the abolition of the unpopular corn laws, which protected landowners' interests by levying taxes on importing wheat, thus raising the price of bread at a time when factory owners were trying to cut wages. Huh.
How to piss the people off.
Yeah, I'm not fully grasping what it is that it was said that I just read.
Well, it's trying to cut imports of food. Grains.
Well, that's not good. So on top of cutting imports and making the price even higher...
Cutting wages.
They're cutting wages.
Yeah, that's what I say. Piss the people off. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's problems we've always had is crap like that. Mr. Scott, 1846.
Right. Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning exchanged their last letters before they moved to Italy.
Can you reread that? Like the first part you cut out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
there you are.
All right. 1846, Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning exchanged their last letters before they moved to Italy.
Huh.
Elizabeth Barrett. Why does that ring a bell?
I have no idea. Poet. They were both poets.
Okay.
So I guess they were like, poet noting each other. I don't know, pen pals.
Somewhere she rings a bell, but doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, 1848 is something right up your alley.
Yeah, how about that? 1848. Baseball rules first baseman can tag base for out instead of runner. Interesting.
Ah, look at that. I had no idea they had to tag the runner initially, did they?
Huh.
Did you know that,
Yeah, they
Scott?
could try to run and they can dive to the base and get them before they
Right.
hit the. Pretty cool.
But apparently, before 1948, they had to tag. 1848, they had to tag the runner, not the base.
Huh.
Hmm.
Well, that makes a lot more sense because you tag the base. That's cheap. You gotta get in there and get the runner. You can't just be like, oh, I proxy hit you, huh?
No, now it's if you beat the
Well,
runner
to get
an
an out, you have to have your foot on the base and catch the ball. That's how you get them out. Or tag them, but
you have to beat
the runner, right?
Yeah, you have to beat the runner with the ball to the bag, and then you're out.
Right.
And that goes for each base as long as there's a runner behind them.
Yep. Or if it's second base, you got to tag them, or
Well, no, not if
they
there's
slap.
someone on. Well, yeah. No, all you have to do is have to hit the bag. If there's someone on, that's how you get a double play. If there's someone on first, because there's someone coming second. So you hit the bag, if you beat him to the bag, you beat him, and then you beat him to first, you get him, and that's a double play.
Could be just for stealing a base. I think if a runner's stealing a base, you have to tag them.
Yeah. Or if you're trying to get back to the base, trying to pick someone off, you have to tag them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of tagging people, running, and going to home for free, why don't you take 1850 here?
Sure. U.S. Congress passes fugitive slave law as part of Compromise of 1850.
Fugitive slave law. Let's see here. The act required that slaves be returned to their owners even if they were in a free state. The act also made the federal government responsible for finding, returning, and trying escaped slaves, as in court.
Try them, yeah.
Yeah, a trial.
Try them for crimes.
Yeah. This is one of the lead-ups to the Civil War because they did pass this in, 1850. So that's about 11, 12 years before the outbreak of the Civil War. And one of the reasons why is because this very thing was not being enforced in the North.
Yeah.
They passed a law, but they weren't enforcing it, and then that just pissed everybody in the South off. It's like, yo, what the hell, man?
Guess who passed that? Democrats.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, shouldn't interject.
Well, no, that's true. It's absolutely true.
It's kind of ironic that the history of slavery goes through the Democratic Party.
Well,
but let's don't go there.
Yeah. Anyway, why don't you take 1851 here? So one right after. That's interesting right there.
New York Times starts publishing at 2 cents a copy.
2 cents a copy.
Dang.
I wonder what 2 cents was worth in 1851.
You know what? Let's see here. 1851. 1851. 2 cents. 2 cents value today. Value of $1851 today. So amounts 0.02. Calculates. Is 77 cents.
Wow. Price has gone up huge.
Yeah. Can you imagine only paying 77 cents for a newspaper?
You know, that's what I mean.
Alice
The
is
price
here,
has really
but
gone up.
muted.
Forget inflation.
Yeah.
Alice is here, but muted.
Oh, Alice.
She is muted though.
Yep. Oh, there she is. She's still muted, but
Unmuted.
her video is
Hey,
up.
Alice,
There
how
she-
you doing?
Hey Dad, what's up?
Same old, same old.
Yo, Alice.
I woke up like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, damn. Is that why you
Welcome
have
to the day,
Good morning.
I think.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good
Good
morning to you.
The old welcome. There you go.
Yep.
Good morning to you as well, everyone.
Oh, man, she did just wake up.
She did. She
Ugh.
Alice
Yep.
a sleepyhead. Yep.
So, Alice, are you one of those that jump out of bed and say, let's get the day rolling?
No, no,
Thank
no,
God.
no, not.
Thank God.
No,
I don't like
hate-
those people.
I hate stand those super chipper people that wake up right off the bat and they're like, oh, and they want to talk your ear off. And you're like, God damn.
That's when you casually get the bat and then put him back into bed with force. You know, whack.
What
Oh
were you
God,
doing?
it shits me.
Kyle. But your name's Kyle now? Kyle Shitsby.
Kyle now, dude, that's even worse.
Dexter.
No, don't start.
Kyle
Dude, I'm so tired of him and his Dexter bullshit. I swear.
is my chef name.
Oh, now he's a chef. Like, how many fictitious careers is this man gonna have? You know, like,
Well, funny philosopher, I'm a rapper, I'm a chef.
We have
But
to do
you can't lift the
history of
garbage
his
bags.
career. A new
Yeah, but
show.
you can't with the garbage bag, but you
Be a
can't
really
take a garbage
short
bag out of a garbage
People
bin.
would fucking keep up with them and not ignore
anyway,
them.
1898,
Yeah.
Harriet Maxwell Converse became the first white woman to become an Indian chief. That's
Where's
weird.
1898?
1891,
Oh, okay.
right here. But a white woman becoming an Indian chief, isn't that weird?
Wow, that is weird.
Yeah, the first white woman.
An Indian chief,
Yeah,
woman number one, and white.
yeah. So chief is supposed to be a male, not to sound like, you know.
No, that's just facts. I
that's
think
just
it's
how it
obviously
is.
not facts.
But it's a woman and a white one at that, so that's really strange. Scott was in a rave for a second there.
I'm trying to fix the light. Hold on.
Then in 1895, we have Booker T. Washington delivered Atlanta Compromise address.
Yeah, you said Booker T.
Booker T.
He's
What?
a wrestler.
Oh, well, maybe he was named after this guy. What is the Atlanta Compromise? So let me look this up here real quick.
Got to be something on slavery, right?
It has to be. What came to be known as the Atlanta Compromise stemmed from a speech given by Booker T. Washington, president of the Tuskegee Institute, to the Cotton States and International Exposition in Atlanta, Georgia, on September. Well, it's not telling me what the hell this was. What did the Atlanta Compromise do? Praising the South for some of the opportunities it had given blacks since emancipation, Washington asked whites to trust blacks and provide them with opportunities so that both races could advance in industry and agriculture. This shared responsibility came known to be as the Atlanta Compromise. Okay, that's cool.
Well, he's become a bigger hero of mine now.
Ah.
I mean, that's just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's give everybody the same opportunity.
Exactly.
What a concept.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Alice,
What?
if you would
Where are
like,
we?
18.
Are you awake enough is what we want to know.
Can you read? Are your
yes,
eyes open? Like
I can. You can't even see my eyes.
I can see your eyes. They're big and they're surrounded by purple.
Come on, we want to see those beautiful eyes. Where are they?
Oh, with
Jeepers,
no makeup.
Hey, there we go.
Where'd you get those peepers?
There we go.
Isn't
That's right.
she-
They are beautiful.
isn't
Okay,
she
moving on.
gorgeous?
Yes.
She's so cute. Oh,
Cute as a button.
I just want to push.
Of course,
you know,
to keep you off the stale, it's an old man talking to you. You know
Oh,
what can I
thank
say?
you. I think I'm flattered.
now the creep factor's gone up a little bit.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Look, you're making me blush, Lordy Lord. Wait, hang on.
Oh God, she's getting the fan. Oh, I do declare she be getting the vapors.
Oh, I do declare.
How did we lose the show?
I don't know.
I came in, that's how you lost it.
Yeah.
No, but we have an 1850.
18
1898, we got Lord Kitchener's ships Lord Kitchener's ships reach Fashuba, Sudan. What does it say? Fashuda, Sudan, not Japan.
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. Where the home of prosciutto is made.
Oh, isn't prosciutto
No.
cheese?
No, prosciutto is a form of beef. Or maybe a form
Oh,
of
okay.
pork.
That's true.
Like
okay.
bacon in a way, but not.
Prosciutto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fancy bacon.
You're a fancy bacon.
Probably not the right thing to call
Boy, this guy's
prosciutto.
got
but
to
you know what I
rename
mean.
him Dapper Dan.
Hey,
Look at
bacon's
this.
amazing, dude.
Look at this guy.
Don't underestimate
We're
the
gonna call him
power
Dapper
of
Dan.
bacon.
Joseph Scott.
Scott Joplin, yeah. Well, we had a guy yesterday named Dred Scott,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh, jeez.
He was something involving slavery, I don't know.
I've walked in a room and they've dreaded me to come in before. I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, like, you know, this man, okay, for most of my life,
Uh-oh.
I used to think my name was Jesus Christ, because every time I walked into a room, he just goes, Jesus Christ!
Oh, that's an old joke.
Yeah. Anyway, Alice, can you take us up to 1899, please?
We have, in 1899, we have Scott Joplin granted copyright for his Maple Leaf Rag, the most famous regime composition by the U.S. Copyright Office.
I think you meant to say ragtime.
Probably, if that said regime. It's kind of small on my phone. Or print.
Well,
But
maybe
yeah,
phone
a
me.
rag-time.
Huh.
There we go.
Well,
What
you
else
have
we got
one
here?
more here in
Oh, yeah.
1906.
Well, in 1906, we had a typhoon with a tsunami kills an estimated of 10,000 people in Hong Kong.
Dang.
Yeah.
And then
25,000. Oh, shit.
Well, it's Scott's turn. Moving on to him.
Oh, shit.
Scott.
1911.
Nope, 1909.
All right. Largest paid baseball attendance of 35,409 for the A's beat the Tigers 2-0 in Detroit.
That's a large audience. So that's the largest paid baseball audience? Huh.
Back in
Ugh.
1809.
No, this is, like, it's not saying if the record was broken.
Largest paid baseball attendance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
period. Like, ever. Like, it hasn't been broken.
No, you can only go up to 1809
1909.
or 1900.
Well, no, but this record still stands to this
How do
day.
you
It's
know?
because it's not saying otherwise.
Believe me, there've been more than 35,000 paid attendance.
Most paid attendance in a baseball game. Let's see here. Who has the biggest? No, how much? It's not telling me.
There's some. LA Dodgers, 36.
It's like someone's having a rave at the end of my apartments right
no,
now.
this is their rank and teams, GMs, average, stuff like that.
Whatever, okay.
Okay, well, we're not going to find this out without extensive digging. So, anyway, continue on, good Scott.
Now 1911.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
All right. Louis Napoleon Parker's Disraeli premieres in New York City.
Huh. Disraeli. Huh.
I wonder what the heck that means.
I don't know.
Premieres.
It-
It sounds like a show.
But this guy's a prime minister. Wait, no, this is somebody else. Okay. It's after Benjamin Disraeli, so he's a prime minister. So this guy's, whatever this is, about the prime minister, premiered in New York City.
Okay.
But Scott, the one right above it, also in 1911, that looks kind of interesting.
Britain's first twin-engine airplane, the short S-39, test flown.
Dang. Well, that's their first twin-engine airplane.
Yeah.
So the short S-39. Let's see what it looks
Yeah,
like.
maybe if one engine fails, the other one can still keep them alive without
That's the
crashing.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. And also added speed, more length.
Yep.
And I'm seeing it. It's a biplane. It's Well, 1911. You know, it's like still Wright brothers era and
There was
everything.
no twin engine there.
Yeah, right there. Huh. Well, let's see here. 1914, or whatever. Uno mas.
General Paul von Hindenburg named commander of German armies on the Eastern Front.
Wonder if he has anything to do with the name of the Hindenburg.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Yeah, German president and World War I general. So, whatever his face, Zeppelin, invented the Zeppelin or anything, but he named the Hindenburg after the German president.
Okay.
The Germans really were the forefront of all, the lighter than air travel. Even though it was invented by the French, Germany really perfected it.
Yeah, okay.
Just like fascism. So, anyway, moving on up into, unless anybody has anything here in the white section, I'm doing a really quick, scan here, but I guess I'm just going to move on up into 1939. William Joyce's first Nazi propaganda broadcast. Oh, speaking of Germans perfecting fascism, here we go. That was an unintentional, perfect segue right there. So, yeah. And then, let's see here. 1943, Adolf Hitler orders deportation of Danish Jews. It was unsuccessful, so that's good. An unsuccessful deportation.
Well, that could be bad news because if they end up there, they ended up in the gulag.
Oh, well, that is another thing. And this is 1943, so there's still a couple more years, so...
we don't know which way it could go.
Yeah. But let's see here. 1944, British submarine Tradewind torpedoes the Juno Maru, killing 5,600 people, including 1,377 Allied prisoners of war and 4,200 Javanese slave laborers. Oh man, so this must have been because I remember here, maybe this, well, obviously must have happened more than once, but wartime, you see an enemy ship, you sink it, you don't know what's on there, and in this case it was.
Is that a Japanese ship?
Junio Maru. I would have to say yes.
Okay.
Because that sounds. Let me look this up actually. Junio Maru.
It's got to be sailing for the Japanese at least.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of characters right here. So yeah, Japanese cargo ship.
Okay.
It was attacked and sunk, by the submarine
Obviously, it was
HMS
carrying
Tradewind.
human cargo.
Yeah, well, prisoners of wars.
Yeah.
4,200 Javanese slave laborers. Wow, that's awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, 1945, 1,000 whites walked out of Gary, Indiana schools to protest integration. So they're against.
Yeah.
They're for segregation.
Walked out of schools.
So, dang.
Stupid.
Scott's talking, but he's muted. So.
Shoot.
What do you say?
I was just gonna say, I don't know if you wanted to look up Gary, Indiana. It's like one of the most dilapidated towns in the United States, I think. Yeah, it's
Really?
like.
That's a shame.
Gary, Indiana. Oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's right up
just
there.
right there.
It's Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah, just one picture. That looks awful. Yeah.
Yeah, you should take a look at downtown Reading, Pennsylvania. That place is dilapidated. Before Flint, Michigan was the poorest city in the United States. It was Reading, Pennsylvania.
Really? Now I knew about Flint being a mess, but
Yeah.
I got a DM here from. Okay. Anyway, Alice, 1946.
We've got a boxing title fight today in history. In 1946, we have Joe Louis KO's Tammy Moriello in one for heavyweight boxing title.
So damn, he just went in there nope, I win.
Joe Louis is like,
does
fuck
that mean it
that.
in the first round? I
Yeah,
guess.
in one.
Okay, one round.
Steps
One
into the
round
ring and
knockout.
steps back out. Damn.
We got in 1947, the Central Intelligence Agency officially comes into existence after being established by President Truman in July.
Good old CIA.
Boo! CIA.
Hello
Boo.
there.
CIA, FBI,
DOJ.
Yeah, all of these places can just.
The three-letter alphabet agencies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The government abbreviations can all just go away forever and never come back. Oh well, you have another one in 1947 here. The last one. in 47.
Oh yeah, the U.S. Department of Defense first day of operation.
Huh.
DOD.
The DOD. Which it used to be called the Department of War, and then they changed it to the Department of Defense, for PR things.
Well, that's after the war, see?
Well, no, but it's also the euphemism. Remember George Carlin in euphemistic language?
Yeah.
It's all to make it softer,
Yeah.
To,
Well, there was no more war, so they couldn't call it Department of the War. But they didn't want to lose it, so they changed the name.
Yeah, but the DOD, is the Department of War. I mean, they use that for war. So, and they claim it's defense. Well, I don't remember when my freedom got into Afghanistan, but whatever,
Yep.
So, uno más, señorita.
And we also have an appointment of interest. In 1948, we have Ralph Bucci. He is confirmed as acting UN mediator in Palestine.
Ooh. So it has to be between Palestine and Israel and Egypt and Sudan and all that stuff.
That was in 48, and we're still. That's just when
Just getting started, yeah.
Israel was just formed.
Yep. Well,
And
modern
we've
day
been- and
Israel.
Yeah, and we're still mediating today.
Yep. And it's never gonna end. You really think after 2,000 years they're really gonna change? No. So, anyway, Scotty Bugatti. Your turn.
1951, A Streetcar Named Desire, directed by Elia Kazan and based on Tennessee Williams's 1947 play of the same name, starring Marlon Brando and Vivian Leigh, is released. Good movie.
Great movie.
Huh. I have not seen it. Well, speaking of good
Of course,
movies,
Marlon Brando, the guy, he's known for Godfather, of course,
Yeah.
but this is also one of his movies that people
Yeah.
might not have seen.
yeah. Well,
I
speaking
had
of
rumors
movies,
that Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor are a little more than just friends, too.
Wait, are you saying they're mates or something? Oh, okay.
No, they're a little more than just friends.
Ah, I get it. Well,
At
speaking
least
of,
I think that's what Richard Pryor's wife or girlfriend was saying or something. I heard it years ago. I don't know if it's actually true.
So that sounds like gossip.
Who knows?
I don't know, but speaking of movies I have not seen, there's another 51 here, Mr. Scott, if you would like to take
Well, that's a good movie.
The Day the Earth Stood Still, science fiction film directed by Robert Wise and starring Michael Rennie, opens.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
That-
a good movie too.
That's the one with the
older-
giant robot thing, right?
I believe
Yep.
so. Yeah.
And they had a recent remake of that.
They did.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Keanu Reeves
Ah,
and Jennifer Connelly.
yeah.
It's a good movie too.
That's scary. That thinking about it, it's made out of nanomachines that it can come at you in a wave and dissolve everything. That's horrifying.
Yep.
And you have a baseball record, Scott. Perfect for you.
1955, Willie Mays hits record-tying ninth home run at Ebbets Field and ties Joe Adcock.
Huh.
Well, I wonder what that means. Couldn't be in one day.
Record tying ninth home run at Ebbs Field. Tied.
I don't know.
I had no clue.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know much about baseball already, and then this is a whole nother level of trying to figure something out. So
Well, you are the one that calls it the line instead of the cycle.
I don't know. I told you the other day, Scott asked me what the cycle was, and I said single,
Right.
double, triple, and home run.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm learning.
Wow, that's
See,
really good.
I'm learning. Hey, give me some credit. Remember that time at the shop and you asked me, oh, hey, do you see anything different with Kobe Bryant? I'm like, yeah, his jersey changed. After the whole thing. Well,
Yeah.
he had to change his jersey, because of the whole thing with his wife or the rape allegation and all that stuff.
Changed
think he
his
wanted-
number, you mean, when he went from
Change.
8 to 24?
Yeah,
24, yeah, I think he just did it for he wanted to.
yeah. But you were still shocked that I knew about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a complete dum-dum when it comes to sports. I mean, I'm
Here we go. Mick Mantle right under
Willie Mays. Well, let's Scott take this. Another baseball one.
Well, I could say, too, what's another basketball thing? Basketball, or what's a technical foul?
A foul technically? I don't know.
Well, I'll answer it quick. It's basically when somebody thinks they're fouled or somebody's yelling at the ref, they get a technical foul and someone has to shoot a free throw.
Huh.
Or the coach, if they get 2 techs, they get thrown out of the game.
For complaining,
Uh,
basically.
Right.
The only thing about technical foul I know is the song that I think his name was Shorty in 8 Crazy Nights. He's always like, "That's a technical foul."
There you go.
That relates to it, actually, yeah.
But go for it. 56.
All right, 1956. Mickey Mantle is 8th to hit 50 home runs in a season.
Dang.
I got it because it's Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. And I've said this on the show before. I'm going to repeat it. I remember as a kid opening up the Times and reading on the headlines, Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle signed for $100,000 contracts.
Holy crap.
Yeah, back in the early '60s.
Which is like $1 million in today's money, almost.
Not even, they're making so many millions. It's crazy.
Now they're like 25 million a year. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about the actual like inflation rate of 100,000 then versus what it's
be today.
But then even they're paid even more than that.
Well,
so.
it'd probably be 10 cents to the dollar, so it would be $1 million. Now they're making 20 million.
Well, speaking of millions, in 1963, the USSR ordered 58.5 million barrels of cereal from Australia.
Whoa!
What the hell?
Whoa!
Get this man some cereal, dude.
Yeah.
Like, where are they gonna get the milk though? From Ukraine?
I just let out a mouse from our mouse trap, and my cat, my little one, she's bringing it back to me.
Oh, God.
All right.
More you
Yep.
know.
1964, The Addams Family. Starring John Astin, Carolyn Jones, Ted Cassidy, and Jackie Coogan. Premiered on ABC. Da-da-da-da. Yep.
Yep.
And then oh hey, it's
Funny show.
it's Thing. Hey, how you doing, Thing?
That was really off the wall for that time. In the '60s, there wasn't humor like that on TV.
Yeah.
It was really great.
Well, going back to Mickey Mantle here in 1965, Mickey Mantle Day at Yankee Stadium, Mantle played his 2000th game.
Wow.
That's a lot of games. But then in 1965 as well, the TV comedy Get Smart, created by Mel Brooks and starring Todd Adams, premiered.
Yeah, Get smart.
Yep.
Mel Brooks, like the guy who did Spaceballs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and dude,
He did a lot of stuff.
dude,
Well,
you missed
yeah.
it. You missed it last Friday. We saw another Mel Brooks film, Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had our movie
that's
night.
right.
I've seen
Yeah.
that pretty recently. Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty funny.
It's a good movie. Yeah,
It's a
it-
I
great
know.
movie.
yeah. Like, man, if that movie was released today, oh my God, people would get murdered in the street over it.
Oh,
I swear.
dude, I can't believe it hasn't been like publicly canceled yet.
Yeah, well, they're probably like it's on the down low. Maybe like someday, people will start talking about it in a negative way. Hopefully not, but it's a great movie. Like,
Yep.
But anyway, Alice. Dun, dun,
Television
dun,
premiere
dun,
here in
dun,
1965. The TV sitcom I Dream of Jeannie, starring Barbara L. Eden as a 2,000-year-old genie and Larry Hagman as an astronaut who becomes her master, premieres on NBC.
That was an interesting show.
It was.
I loved how they portrayed the inside of the bottle. It was like this huge, just comfy area. She just chilled in until he called her or whatever. But we have some sports history for Alice.
Oh. We have the Baltimore quarterback Johnny Unitas throws a four touchdown passes and 38-23 win at Minnesota to surpass YA title, the NFL's career leader with 212 finishes career with 290 touchdown passes.
Dang.
Yeah, beat YA Tittle, it actually is. But that was when it was the Baltimore Colts.
So YA Tittle was a guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
quarterback.
I was wondering what YA stand for. I'm like, Yale Amsterdam? I have no idea.
Did we catch a third mouse?
I don't know, but hey, Alice, your third one here.
Oh, we
Funny
got
girl,
it in film.
it's you.
Oh, great. Ugh. We got Funny Girl in 1968, the biopic film based on the life of Fanny Bryce, premiered. It was directed by William Wyler, starring Barbara Streisand and Amar Sharif.
Her name is Fanny.
Her name's Fanny.
Fanny.
Fucking Barbara Streisand effect.
Barbara Streisand.
You heard about the Streisand effect, right?
Kinda.
What is
Her,
it?
oh, was it somebody? It had something to do with her housing, and people were giving her shit about something with like her house, and so like instead of like trying to make it quiet, she made like a quiet thing about it, and it blew up in her face or some shit. I don't know, but it's called the Streisand effect. It's basically we try to keep something under wraps, but it doesn't.
Well, let me look this up here. The Streisand effect is a
Streisand effect.
phenomenon whereby the attempt to suppress something only brings more attention or notoriety to it.
Okay.
In this case,
Yep.
the Trump administration had cut both the lengths of the enrollment period for the ACA as well as funds used to promote and advertise the ACA. Why are they bringing Trump into this?
Well, that's kicked off the Streisand effect, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the Streisand, man.
ah. Well, anyway, Scott.
1971, Momofuku Endo markets the first cup noodle, packaging it in a waterproof polystyrene container.
Wow,
Cup and noodle.
cup noodles. Every college,
Yeah.
student's best friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Ramen noodle. Yeah, essentially.
It's a
Ramen.
$1 dinner there.
Yep.
Still is technically a dollar dinner.
Oh, well, here's something cool for you in 1972, the first one, Scott.
Okay, the first black National League umpire is Art Williams for Los Angeles versus San Diego.
Huh. First black umpire.
Wow, had no idea it would have been that late. 1972. Wow.
I'm surprised it's that early. With considering
not.
everything,
Civil rights were back in the 60s, really.
Yeah.
they
So-
were. But, yeah.
Get it, little. Get it. I don't want that fucker coming back into my place.
Well, 74, that's intriguing right there. It's more of an Alice
Yeah, I
article.
like that one. Hurricane Fifi hits coast of Honduras with 110 mile per hour winds, about 5,000 die.
Ooh,
Dang.
5,000.
Fucking
That's
cheap.
huge.
Fucking
Yeah.
Fifi.
Then another sports history.
Stay out of the road. You better not get hit by a car, cat, because you want to play with that thing.
1976, Cleveland Indians player manager Frank Robinson plays last game as a player.
Huh.
Another great one.
Yeah. But he was a player manager, so you
Yeah.
can't do both. You got to focus on one. And
Pete Rose did that for a little while. He was
Yeah,
a
he
player
did.
manager.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Like-
until he got officially banned from all
Everything.
Major League Baseball games. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he
And
is a manager and
banned,
he is
he's
gambling.
banned from he's banned from gambling on games for life too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, he is the manager of the Reds and he was gambling on baseball. No,
Yeah, no,
he was
that's
gambling he was gambling his own team to lose too.
not good. And managing them, making all the decisions, that's bad.
Yeah, that tells me he's setting them up for failures for personal
Dude,
financial
I
gain.
remember a few years back what Pete Rose was allowed to go into a WWE pay-per-view or some shit. Pete Rose was there.
Mhm.
It's like, damn.
Dang.
Yeah.
Also in 1976, Mao Zedong's funeral took place in Beijing. Yeah, maybe
Oof,
rotted
Mao.
out. Yeah, Mao's little red book.
He's basically he was the downfall of China.
Yep.
The people of China are great. It's just their fucking government sucks.
Yeah. Got him under the sun. 10%'s dictating the 90%.
Well, I have
Yeah,
a thing or two to say
not
about
even.
that.
Probably like 2% dictating like 98%.
Governments
Fair enough.
Governments are only around due to the will of the people. Whether or not they're good, bad, or ugly, at the end of the day, the people and their compliance is what allows this to go on. So, you can say the people are good, but hey, they're only as good as their actions, and if they're not doing anything against it, then as far as I'm concerned, they support it.
Easy talk until you're under a superpower.
Well, look at
Then
look
you
at the
see how you
United
act.
States. We
Yeah.
were under the biggest, the biggest empire the world has ever seen, and we kicked their ass because we got the balls to do so. So why can't they?
What? Say that again?
Well,
the
easier
US,
said,
what?
the
it's easier
revolution,
said
the
than done,
U.S.
Xander.
Americans fought the British, who were the biggest guys in the history of the world, and we still fought them because give me liberty or give me death. So why can't the Chinese do that?
Well, you're
They
looking at a way
do. They
different
just get
scenario.
put in
That's
camps,
different.
man.
We don't want this outside country ruling us anymore. Now you have people ruling from within the country. They're all Chinese
Yeah.
with superpowers and.
Well, it's also like every time they do try to uprise, which they did. What
Yeah.
happened? Like the whole Hong Kong riots and stuff were going on. Then what happened? COVID happened.
Yeah, but then look at Tiananmen Square way
Yeah.
back.
Tiananmen Square. I mean, there are people who stand up to it.
Yeah, there are.
The
It's
bulk
just
of Chinese, the bulk of
unfortunately,
Chinese
it doesn't
have never
bode
heard
well.
of Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, because it's suppressed.
Yes.
And actually, what's funny
Government
is
controls
there was an event actually recently where.
They still censored it.
Well, yeah, but like they accidentally, like in doing something, they accidentally brought the Tiananmen Square thing, back to the public's knowledge.
The Streisand effect happened.
My
Yes, yes, exactly. Anyway, 1977, Brooks Robinson night in Baltimore. Okay, so celebration thing. It was his night in Baltimore. All right.
Baltimore Orioles. Yep.
There you go.
Let's move on up to Alice, 1978. You might like this one.
In 1978, we have all 4 KISS members release a solo album.
So each member released their own
So
album.
each member of the band KISS released a solo album.
Okay.
And actually, I am ashamed of myself. I didn't see the one right above it. But if you don't
No,
mind
it's
taking
okay.
it in 77.
No, not a what the one this one. Okay, the U.S. Voyager 1 takes first space photograph of Earth and Moon together.
That's cool.
That's wicked.
I got to.
Wanna pull the picture up?
Yeah, let's see here. Oh,
Oh,
here
there
we go.
it is.
Ooh.
Come on, load. Google's being a queef.
There's a
There we
good
go.
shot of it right there. Okay.
There we go. The Earth and the Moon.
Where's the
You-
moon?
Up here, it's just a sliver.
Ah.
It's the same photograph. This
Yeah.
is a little bit brighter. This looks like it was angled and distant.
Yeah. There's a good
That's
shot.
cool.
There's a good shot. Look at that.
Open image in new tab. So, yeah, I might actually use that for the thumbnail today.
Man,
That's awesome.
what's really crazy
Oh,
about that?
that's
That really doesn't look that far of a distance, but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's thousands of miles or whatever.
It's 250,000 miles to the moon,
Distance,
I don't know.
Earth,
roughly, or something like that. Somewhere around that.
238,900
Whoa, good
miles.
call.
Really close.
Good call.
Really
You
close.
Nailed it.
Damn, Alice. What are you, an
Yeah, I
astronomer
rounded
now?
up. But yeah, I contain random things of knowledge.
We're gonna call you the Alice-astronomer.
So we were driving
Yeah.
in my old car once, and we had all these miles on the car. I said, I wonder if we've gone around the world yet. So,
Hey,
Alex,
by the way, Dad,
what's
you
that?
have to come on the Jabberwocky tonight because you have to tell me the story of the Doors.
Oh God.
I've been
Here we
trying to
go.
get him on there.
Leave that crap in the past.
No, it needs to be recorded. Dad, you don't realize how important it is.
Dude,
for
I sing the
documentation.
Doors for open mic night, Dad.
Hey, we just had some fun back then. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine, but
Simple.
talk about it, man. Like,
Okay.
this is living
Yeah, you
history.
well, at least tell me about it sometime privately if you would be willing to. At
Okay.
least.
Yeah,
Okay, we will.
Dad,
We will.
You might not find
We
it a
will.
big deal because, whatever, but trust me, it'll mean the world to her.
Okay.
She really
We'll have
enjoys
to
this
do it.
stuff. There's a
I'm a
reason
big-
why I
I'm a
posted-
big,
Alice will
uh,
have to do it. Okay, we'll do it.
I played that song, and that's when Xander actually referred that story to me after I shared a Doors song with him.
Ah,
Yeah.
Nice.
which one?
Which one was it? Let me.
It was the same one Alice sang the other night, Riders on the Storm.
Riders
Oh,
on the
Riders
Storm.
on the Storm.
Yeah.
It's like 1 second. I gotta mute myself real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Just going to move up into 1984. Let's just go to Scott because it's sports history here.
84. Tim Raines is the first player with 4 consecutive 70 stolen base seasons. Huh.
Yeah.
I guess he was underrated because he's not the best well-known player out there. I mean, I remember him on the Yankees, but that's a pretty good record for the first player there.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm reading this correctly, 4 consecutive 70 stolen bases, so 7, 14, 21, that's 280 stolen bases in total, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Until,
Yep.
Yeah. 40.
That's a lot of stolen bases.
Yeah.
Dang. You have some more sports history here with Wilford Brimley.
Sorry about that. We had a package delivered to the wrong address, and it was my neighbor, and I was just asking if they got it. So.
Okay. Well, Scott has some more sports history in 1986 with this guy who looks like
David Boone.
Yeah, the diabetes guy, Wilford Brimley.
David Boone's
Cocoon.
David Boone's third Test cricket century, 122 versus India at Madras.
Cricket.
That's
you
cool.
hate cricket.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like the way you said Test cricket, I thought something else was said.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Testicles.
I was only gonna say, was it spherical? But you just said the word. You just blah tentacle.
Hey. Yeah, grow some balls.
Hey,
Grow up there.
mine will never be as big as yours, Alice. Never.
No, I don't think anyone's, not even the biggest bull, can compare to my.
No, I think you might
epic
actually have a medical
testicles.
condition. So.
I should probably get that checked out and get a biopsy on it. It might be cancer.
Oh God.
You have too much testosterone in your body.
That explains the mustache.
Oh my. Show us your mustache.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, Luz will be happy about that.
Yo, Alice.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you're there, you go. Show us your
Oh, yeah.
mustache tattoo. That's an actual tattoo. She didn't draw that on. That is permanently on there.
I love it.
Yeah, it is faded. I wanted to look a little more like a 13-year-old pubescent boy's mustache trying to grow in. So I think he nailed it.
Yeah. Anyway, you
It's
have a third one
uneven
here.
and like poorly shaped and whatever.
You have a third one here, Scott, in '87. My year.
Oh shit, snacks. This was a great movie.
Yeah.
1987 film thriller Fatal Attraction, directed by Adrian Lynn. Starring Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, is released.
Huh.
That was a great movie.
I have not seen it. That's my catchphrase. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that. I'm aware of this, but have not yet, indulged myself in the entertainment that is Fatal Attraction. So, yeah, I have a lot of movies to catch up on.
Oh, dude, Fatal Attraction was really good. Well, they also forgot that Sharon Stone. No, yeah, Sharon Stone was in that too. The infamous vagina scene.
Oh, that's it.
The crossing the legs and she wasn't wearing underwear.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and they're all sitting there sweating in the
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they actually made a sequel of it too.
Moving
Like
up into
years later.
1988, Burma suspended its constitution. That's concerning.
That's not good.
No.
Oh damn.
Must be corrupt.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Hurricane Hugo.
In 1989, Hurricane Hugo caused extensive damage in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but before that though, like I think before Hurricane Andrew, Hurricane Hugo was like the most destructive hurricane at the time to hit the United States, because it did hit Puerto Rico, but came up and hit I think somewhere in the Gulf, a part on Florida and shit, and it just like Hugo went down the books for like the worst hurricane at the time.
As
So
far as destruction,
Yeah.
cost and damage and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, like it was epic. I'm sure Dad remembers all about that hurricane. Hugo.
Hey, he's not just my dad, he's become our dad.
Yeah, well, that's why I call him Dad. I'm like, hey Dad, what's up? How you
Yep.
doing, Pops?
Suddenly the will is getting crowded.
A father
Andrew, I'm
figure.
the sister
Hey,
you
I'm
never
not
had.
feeding you.
What'd you say, Alice?
I'm the sister you never had.
You are. Well, I have you now,
I know.
Yeah.
We're thick as thieves.
Yep. Then
love that
1990,
movie.
we have a 500-pound, 6-foot Hershey kiss was displayed at One Times Square in New York City. That's a big kiss.
Damn it! Did they cut up pieces of chocolate and share it to the people around?
I hope
Hope it
so.
wasn't hot that
They
day.
have a shaving of a Hershey kiss.
A big kiss.
Hope it wasn't hot that day.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Yeah.
It melts like the Palace of Chocolate Willy Wonka made in the remake.
And then there's like news bulletin, flooding in the streets of New York. There's chocolate everywhere.
Kids are on the ground licking the pavement like it's like a toad.
Death
Don't
by
make
chocolate in a bad way. So,
Dude, people are tripping. They slipped LSD into the chocolate.
oh
Look
god.
at these kids.
Oh no. Let's
It's
not
like
go down
it's like a
that road.
freaking
Let's not go down that road,
reptile
especially
zoo in
with
here.
Halloween coming up. We don't
Oh,
need to
geez.
spike candy, please. You know.
Dude, yeah,
Oh,
everyone's gonna be tripping once they get their candy bags back home, and then they're their parents' problem.
Yeah. Oh god.
You're about to cancel Halloween for kids now. For anyone's listening, like, nope.
Yeah.
All right, there's
Whatever,
gonna be.
dude. I did cancel Halloween. COVID canceled it. Remember?
Well, that was 2 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, but they still like last year. They're still like, eh.
Yeah,
With
no, my
Halloween.
aunt, like, her community is like shut down to everything
close it.
outside. Like, it's really sad.
No
actually.
door to door trick or treating, 6 foot space.
Yeah. Anyway, before we
Fuck
move
that.
on, I'm gonna do the split. Welcome to part 2.
Welcome.
Miss Alice.
Trick or treating with a 10-foot pole.
Oh god.
I have a fishing rod with a bucket connected to it.
Yeah.
Just put it in the bucket.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just cast it off to the fucking front door and hope to God you also hit the doorbell with it. Or you hit, the bucket hits the door hard enough, it's like, tick, tick. Oh, someone's there, and there's a bucket, and you just put it in and you reel it back to yourself 10 feet away.
Due to functionality, the homeless would be like the best costume because you can carry around a bindle. You know, you just move the stick. Here
Oh,
you go.
dude, oh, you go, it's like, it looks like a homeless thing, but little do they know it's really a fishing rod.
Ah.
And it's like Pavlov's dog, a 10-foot stick. They learn how to push
Dude.
that doorbell button.
Ah.
I think I now know what I'm gonna be for Halloween this year.
All right.
A
What?
fishing pole.
I'm going trick or treating, and I got a fishing pole to do this too.
Oh, so you're gonna be a fisherwoman.
I'm gonna be a COVID person who's like, oh, 6 feet distance, buddy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Fisherwoman.
Alice, can you take the next
1990?
1990, the Atlanta one?
Yeah, I see that. Atlanta is chosen to host the 1996 Summer Olympics, which
Cen-
eventually you had the Olympic bombing again out
Yeah.
in Atlanta that year
Well,
too.
the centennial,
Yeah.
which is like, you know, it's been
the 100 years
Yeah.
marker.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember.
I like that whole fishing pole idea because then if you say trick or treat, you can put like a dollar bill at the end of your fishing line, and then they'll try to get it. Like, ah, no.
Oh, you trying to be
Sorry.
like that commercial? Oh, almost had it.
Sorry, buddy. And then we also have in 1994 we have the first President's Cup golf. Robert Trent Jones, G.C. Davis Love III is undefeated, and the U.S. beats international team 20-12 in inaugural event.
Huh.
Okay.
That's-
President's
I don't even
golf.
care
Yeah, I've
about
heard of
golf.
it, but I don't know much about it.
I just want to drive the golf cart and drink beer.
You know, golf is really like the only sport you can really drink and drive, right? You know?
Yeah,
Is there any
Yeah.
other?
You're probably
pretty
right.
much.
Yeah. You have a farm aid here.
Oh shit, snacks! I remember when this happened. Yeah, in 1994 we had Farm Aid. It was the 7th one held in New Orleans, Louisiana. Performers included Willie Nelson, Neil Young, the Neville Brothers, the Spin Doctors. Holy shit, really? The Gin Blossoms. I remember the Gin Blossoms. John Conley, Chris Christopherson. What? Oh yeah, I forgot Chris Christopherson was a country singer.
Yeah.
Al Hurt and Pete Fontaine or Fountain. I'm
Fountain.
gonna say Fontaine.
Fountain.
Are you still playing with that mouse cat? Jesus, playing with her food.
Those cats.
And then we have a television premiere here in 1994. We have Ken Burns' documentary miniseries Baseball premieres on PBS. Got an Emmy for outstanding informational series.
So sounds like they stuck to actual like reality of baseball and everything, and brought it to, make it a show. You know, so people outside of sports fans can actually enjoy the concept and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. But speaking of sports and everything, Scott.
1996, Roger Clemens, otherwise known as the Rocket, ties his own major league record with 20 strikeouts. Yeah, unfortunately he got caught up with some other things, but man, he was good for a while in the Yankees.
Oh, he was.
So he lapped himself, essentially.
Lapped.
Yeah.
Like when you lap somebody, okay, like if you're on like a running track,
yeah.
and then somebody is ahead of you, and then they go back and they pass you again, they lap
lapped.
you.
Yeah.
So he lapped himself, so to speak. He tied it was his own record. So. Then you
That
have
is something.
Hall of Fame here.
Yeah, he threw a nasty splitter. But all right. 1997, Steve Ballesteros and Nick Faldo elected to World Golf Hall of Fame.
All right. Ooh, this guy.
Ted, 1997, Ted Turner gives $1 billion to the United Nations, creating the public charity, the United Nations Foundation.
Gave $1 billion.
Yeah.
Dang. Founder of CNN.
Is that he was crazy when he founded CNN? You can't have news 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Let's just thank the gods that Brian Delter is gone. So, yeah. Moving on up into 1998, Rush Hour, directed. Actually, it's still your turn, Scott. No, it's.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Rush Hour, directed by Brett Ratner, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, was released. Jackie Chan's Hollywood breakthrough. Oh, yep.
Then they made a bunch more films after that.
Sure did.
Jackie Chan, no, I don't like him. He's come out in support of the CCP and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And then he lost all of his holdings in China. They deleted his bank account, took away all of his property and all that stuff.
What if he still supports him?
I don't know, but that's what he gets, you know. Then in 1999, 24th Toronto International Film Festival, American Beauty, directed by Sam Mendes, won the People's Choice Awards. Why does this guy look like he has a small mouth? He's like, do you see that?
Yeah.
It looks like he's shrinking his mouth, you know. It's
Still
weird.
drinks out of a sippy cup.
Yeah. Like one of those tiny little teacups, you know? Like that little kids play with tea parties, you know, one of those little tiny ones. The 2001 first mailing of anthrax letters from Trenton in New Jersey during the 2001 anthrax attacks. I remember that.
I remember hearing about that as well.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's like we have another Farm Aid concert in 2005, Farm Aid 18, held in Trinley Park, Illinois. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Arlo Guthrie, Buddy Guy, Emmylou Harris, James McMurtry, Jimmy Sturr and his orchestra, John Mayer, Kathleen Edwards, Kenny Chesney, Susan Tedeschi, Widespread Panic, and Wilco. But where's Roger?
Roger?
Roger Wilco. You know Roger Wilco?
No.
Roger Wilco? It's a... Roger Wilco. Are the procedure words for radio telephone meaning understood will comply. You know, Roger, Wilco, you know,
okay.
When you're on the talkie, you know, like,
Gotcha.
confirmed, over, you know?
Yeah, Roger.
Yep. Roger. Sound like a clanker a little bit. So, Miss Alice, got 2005 here.
I thought you were skipping.
I'm here.
We usually do. If you want to
Yeah,
skip
I
tennis, go for it, but it's your choice.
No. So what is it? Yeah, that's tennis. Yeah, I have no shits for tennis. Hang on, wait. Right wing here. We got in 2016. 2006. I'm sorry. We have right wing protesters riot the building of the Hungarian television in Budapest, in Hungary, one day after an audio tape was made public in which the Prime Minister Ferenc Gryskanski admitted he and his party lied during the 2006 general elections.
Oh.
Dire Ksani.
And I was like, oh,
Pants on fire.
I hope they fucking hung him. So,
who knows?
yep.
Oh wait, we also have one in 2007. We have Buddhist monks join anti-government protesters in Myanmar, starting what some called the Saffron Revolution.
Huh. That's interesting.
And then we have an election of interest as well in 2007, the same day. We have Pervez Musharraf announces that he will step down as army chief and restore civilian rule to Pakistan, but only after he is re-elected president.
That's a That's criminal. Like what's
Yeah.
what's the word? Like hostage. Is he holding like the country hostage at that point? But hey, like if he wasn't reelected, wouldn't that omit his threat? You know?
Well, he wouldn't have
Yeah.
restored civilian
It's a
power.
quid
Yeah,
pro
but the
quo.
He
next
just restored civilian power back to him. That's all he did.
Well, no, but I don't know. Anyway, Scott.
I'll just do the highlighted one. 2011 63rd Emmy Awards for Mad Men, Modern Family, Kyle Chandler, and Juliana Margulies win.
Huh. Well, 2012. Well, there's a lot of people dying here in 2012. Another 2012.
Oh damn.
Oh, this. Oh, wow. So you have a couple interesting ones in the white part here, Scott. If you want to take one, the Chicago one. Actually,
Yeah, I'll do that one. 2012, the Chicago Teachers Union and Chicago Public Schools reach a deal that ends an 8-day strike.
Well, that's good. That is really good. The next one, though, like that's really interesting.
Also 2012, world's first mother-to-daughter uterus transplant undertaken at the University of Gothenburg.
Dude, can you imagine
Wow.
that?
That's kind of weird.
Dude, like that is weird. Like now you're carrying the uterus that you developed in.
Yeah.
You were inside it. Now it's inside you. Like that's.
So
whoa.
does that mean your kid is also your sister?
Your kid is you.
That's a really interesting thought point there. I mean, like my birth mother is my sister. My half brother is also my nephew.
Yeah.
And that made one of my aunts my sisters. So that's really weird. Like when you start really like thinking about the technicalities of everything, like they're really.
Well, welcome to the modern
Yeah.
U.S. family.
Oh God! It doesn't help that I was born in Tennessee. So your mother's your sister? Like, damn.
Oh, knew that.
Anyway, 2014, 8 people, including 2 children, were shot dead in Bell, Florida. Ugh.
Ugh.
Why? No, Florida. Like, what happened? Like,
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up real quick, cause that's.
Bell, Florida shooting.
Wait, 6 children and 2 adults dead in Florida shooting. So this is different. But that's the same year, September 18th, 2014. But this says 8 people, including 2 children. But this is
Oh
saying
my God! Did you see what he did?
6 and 2. 6
Read
children,
that
2 adults,
right
8
below.
No. It's saying 2 children. The actual
people. They
article.
got it. Well, someone's got it backwards.
So yeah, someone
Well,
has
did
it
you read
backwards.
what it said in the Google thing? That a 51-year-old killed his daughter and
6 of his grandchildren.
and
before
6 of his
turning-
grandchildren before turning the gun on himself.
Yeah, I see that. That's awful.
So it's 2 adults and 6 children. They got
Yeah.
it backwards there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they should have said 6 of them being children. So once again, our source is failing us with actual facts. So
Damn.
in 2014, Emma Watson delivered an address to a standing ovation at United Nations headquarters in New York City, helping launch the UN Women campaign He for She, which calls for men to advocate for gender equality. Okay?
Oh,
Well,
whatever. If anything, we need to treat men better than
Yeah.
women. Women, like I feel like men are being screwed over
men
more
are being
than women.
men are being abused, dude. Like as George Carlin, not George Carlin, like Bill Burr does a whole bit, like that whole thing about this guy's girlfriend chopping off his dingling and throwing it in the garbage disposal and turning it
Yeah,
on.
Bobbit.
Yeah, everybody laughed about it. They go, "Hey, Stumpy, how you doing?" But if a guy did, cut off a woman's breast and did that, there would be like a national outcry. Every sports team would like have some kind of the most effeminate color headband. Like they would get so, dude. Where's the love for men? Why do men always get so ridiculed? We just get dragged through the dirt, kick in the teeth, and then we're told to be more, more open. Like, bro, give us some support, man. But anyway, 2016 as well, or 2016, the earliest known fish hooks at 23,000 years old were discovered on Okinawa Island, Japan. Findings were published in PNAS Journal.
Wow, 23,000 years old?
Fish hooks, the earliest known fish hooks.
Yeah.
So PNAS Journal, whatever that is. I'll just call
Use one of those
nuts.
babies on a fishing pole to go trick or treating.
Yeah, we were just talking about fishing. Alice is eating wings, so
I couldn't help it. Lewis gave me one.
nice.
I can't.
Then we have an election of interest for Alice.
We do. We have in 2018, in Russian elections, Putin-backed United Russian Party wins 54% of parliamentary seats, led by Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
You.
Here we go.
2017, we have the 69th Emmy Awards, hosted by Stephen Colbert. The Handmaid's Tale, with Elizabeth Moss, Sterling K. Brown, Julia Dreyfus, and Donald Glover win.
All right. Donald Glover. I used to like him. He was cool at the
I
time.
think he's a good actor.
Yeah. Uno Mas.
Oh. We have an England footballer, Wayne Rodney. Is that Rodney? Yeah.
Rooney.
No, Rooney. I'm sorry. Pleads guilty to drunk driving and is banned for driving for 2 years.
Good.
Why is that highlighted? Who cares?
I don't know, but what year was it, Alice?
It was 2017.
Ah. So 5 years ago. No, 6. 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 5 years ago. We have an Emmy Awards for Scott if he wants to pick this up in 2018.
2018, 70th Emmy Awards.
Meow meow.
Game of Thrones, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Rachel
Weasel.
Brosnahan, Matthew Rhys, Claire Foy, and Bill Hader win.
Huh.
Dude, The Marvelous Miss Maisel is a cool show. It's about a Jewish woman who decides to become a stand-up comedian during like the 60s.
Ah,
It has they have a loosely based. What's that one guy that used to constantly get arrested back in the 60s? Was a comedian out in New York. Can't remember his name,
I don't know.
but
I want to do this other.
It'll come to me later, but he's in the movie. He's in the show.
This other 2018 non-highlighted one, this China one.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to do that one, actually.
Alright. So 2018, China announces new 60 billion tariffs on U.S. imports a day after the U.S. imposes 200 billion worth of new tariffs on Chinese goods.
Oh, this was during the Trump thing. This one he
Yeah.
was doing after China.
yeah.
Yeah, China.
China. Oh, this next 2018, though, that one's interesting to me personally.
Yep. South Africa's constitutional court legalizes cannabis use by adults in private places.
Ooh, I can go to South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke weed
Just
with
don't go to
Elon Musk
Russia
and
with
end up
weed.
getting really high.
Just don't go to Russia with marijuana.
Yeah, all the way to Mars. I'm going to Mars.
In the Tesla.
Moon.
Yep.
And then also 2019, of course, it just says Indian government proposes a ban on e-cigarettes.
Well, I can't go to India, but
India's out, huh?
when one door opens, another one closes. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. But then we have an election of interest in 2019 as well. Photo of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau wearing brown face in 2001 emerged during Canadian election campaign, and that did jack shit to him. So.
Brown face. Shouldn't it be black face, or he just
Brown
literally
face.
brown?
Yeah.
No, they're trying to, because he's part of their side, they're trying to downplay it.
To mute it down a bit.
Yeah, so, once again, euphemistic language. Blackface. Brown face.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
yeah, remember
so
Joe Behar
so-
did blackface too, and nothing happened with that.
Yeah, dude, like, what's his face? There's like a recent awards, this guy, Jimmy Kimmel, I think, was just like laying on the stage or something. And like,
Yeah, you just pretend like passed out while a woman took a thing.
a black
like,
woman,
saying,
and then now everybody's going after him. And then I was watching Salty Cracker. He's like, they're going after him because of this, not because of like the thousands of times in the '90s. Like that was his thing. He always wore blackface apparently in the '90s.
But what
And-
about the Man Show that he was on with Adam Carolla?
Oh my God, the
Would
Man
you-
Show. I hated that show. I absolutely hated
And now
that
we
show.
have women jumping on trampolines. That's okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember
Black, I
who
don't
did,
care. I was like, whatever.
who did the original Talkie, where he's in blackface and white gloves? You singing mammy. Who is that? They never mentioned
Is that
that.
the Chaplin? It sounds like Charlie Chaplin did it or something. I
No,
don't
it
know,
wasn't
but-
Charlie Chaplin.
Original Mammy,
That's like-
you said?
Talkie film.
I don't
Singing
remember.
mammy.
Original Mammy singing. Al Jolson?
There we go,
Okay.
Al Jolson.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it there. I don't even want to bring that up. That I see.
No, but I mean that's historic. I mean,
Yeah.
it just happened to be in blackface, you know.
Yeah. But in 2019, the second Israel general election in 5 months resulted in another deadlock between Benny Gantz's Blue and White Party and Likud Party under Benjamin Netanyahu. All right,
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. I remember that.
Ricalo.
2020.
Actually, before that, Alice, do you want to take the 2019 after what I just read? That looks interesting.
Yeah, the U.S. White House bars California and other states from setting their own emission standards.
Good. Because could you imagine if California had to dictate on emission standards? There would not be any cars already. You know?
Oh shit. We have in 2020. This is kind of interesting. We have a cyclone Janos, a rare medicane, begins sweeping across Greece, killing 3 people. So it's like a hurricane that formed over the Mediterranean Ocean.
Yeah, a medicane. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you have another one
Next
in
one.
2020. That looks really interesting. Actually, why don't you finish
Yeah,
us
what-
up to take the 2020 and 2021 as well? So,
Okay, so we have in 2020 we have early stage evidence of the human species in Arabian Peninsula as fossilized footprints 120,000 years ago, or 120,000 years old in Saudi Arabia's Nefed Desert.
wow.
Dude,
The earliest dated
Yeah.
evidence of our species.
Wow, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
and then also in 2021 we have U.S. authorities begin moving to reparate more than 10,000 mostly Haitian migrants living under a bridge in Del Rio, Texas.
I remember
the
that, the bridge thing. And
Yeah.
that was around the
Oh,
time the whole
underneath the
whipping
bridge.
incident occurred, which actually wasn't a thing. Nobody got whipped, but,
Shit, my diaper.
Anyway, before we move on into births and deaths, viewers, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Any questions you want to ask, any things you want to elaborate on? Open up a dialogue in the comments section. Anyway, moving on into births. Scott, why don't you start us off here in 53?
Hey, 53. Trajan, the 13th Roman emperor from 98 to 117 AD, famous for Trajan's Forum, born in Italica, ancient Hispania. Died in 117.
Yeah, let's see. Trajan, because I've heard of Trajan. Like, Trajan is a big name. Oh, this form, okay.
Trojan?
Trajan.
Oh, Trajan.
Not Trojan is a people. Trajan is a man. So,
Oh.
Trojan was a condom.
That too.
There's something that's got to be said about that. Do I really want to trust something named after, something that was used to sneak people in?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Listen, this is no pun intended, but this is meat cleaver out. I bid you adieu, guys. Have
Oh
fun.
my God, a meat cleaver. Right.
See ya.
All right, have fun.
Deuces, Dad.
Anyway, Scott, go ahead. Ooh. This guy! This guy! You lucky bastard! You got this guy!
Samuel Johnson?
Yeah, dude, look at the picture. It's the meme.
Oh, wow.
It's the guy
Huh.
who's like reading the thing,
1709. Samuel Johnson, English scholar and lexicographer, a dictionary of the English language, born in Lichfield, Staffordshire, died in 1784.
Yeah, like you guys have seen that meme, right? Like, that's the second half. The first one is like when he's looking at a paper and he's just like, huh?
Oh, I think what you're talking about.
Yeah. Actually, if you remember the Pregante video, like all the different ways to spell and pronounce pregnant, Like during that section when he's like trying to read, oh, starch masks. He's just like, wait a minute, like he used that meme. Anyway, I guess I'm the only meme lord here. Moving on up into 1895, we have John Diefenbaker, was the 13th Prime Minister of Canada, serving as a Conservative in 1957 through 63. Born in Neustadt, Ontario, dying in 1979. Huh. Dude, look at that face, though. Like, that's kind of a little creepy right there.
It's
It looks like he has a little bit of the inquisitive eyebrow going on his left over there, too.
Oh, he's got the Alice eyebrow, you're saying?
A little bit. Maybe it's just the angle.
He's got like handlebar eyebrows.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm not gonna steal your children, no.
God. And then in 1905, Greta Garbo was born. She was a Swedish actress. Nino Chica Grand Hotel and Camille, born in Stockholm, Sweden, dying in 1990. Garbo. That's a bad last name. Garbo. That's like a nickname for garbage. Like that guy's totally Garbo. So I hope she wasn't garbage, but yeah.
Probably not.
Well, she was Greta. Her first name was Greta, so I do know of a Greta that is Garbo, but it's not this one. So. And then I think that was my two, right? Yes, it was. Alice, it's your turn. If I find one. Here you go.
We got Scotty Bowman in 1933. He was an NHL player and coach for the Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings. He was born in Montreal, Quebec.
Yeah. And then who else do we have?
And then we've got Daryl Sittler. He was a Canadian Hockey Hall of Famer, center in the NHL, a record for most points in a game, which was 10, and he was born in St. Jacobs, Ontario. So I got two hockey player birthdays.
Isn't that like wonderful? Like you got
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. Scott, you have a name I don't even know how to start to pronounce. Oh my god.
Oh wow, more hockey.
Yeah. Is Scott there? Okay.
If not,
I guess not.
If not, I can do it.
1956, we have...
Wait, all right, I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
1956, Peter Stastny, Slovak Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center, second highest NHL scorer in 1980s after Wayne Gretzky. World Championship gold 1976, 1977, Canada Cup gold 1984, Quebec Nordiques, New Jersey Devils, St. Louis Blues, born in Bratislava, Slovakia.
I've heard of Bratislava. That was in Eurotrip.
Bratislava.
You remember Eurotrip when they ended up in Bratislava?
Yep.
That was funny. Ooh, you got a baseball.
Their handful of change was like millions of dollars.
Yeah, he gave the hotel worker a nickel. He's like, a nickel. He just slaps his boss. I'm gonna open up my own hotel. Jesus.
Yeah.
In 1959, Ryan Sandberg was born, American baseball infielder for the Chicago Cubs, born in Spokane, Washington.
Oh, born in Spokane. Okay. I had a friend who lived in Spokane for a while.
Spokane.
Yeah. James Gandolfini, born on this date 1961, a U.S. actor, The Sopranos, born in Westwood, New Jersey, died in 2013.
He's also in the True Romance.
Man, that guy, he looks like such a marshmallow, you know?
He was a really nice guy.
Yeah. And then we have Jada Pinkett Smith, born on this date 1971. She is a U.S. actress, Set It Off, Nutty Professor, and Menace to Society, born in Baltimore, Maryland.
She was also in The Matrix.
The Matrix. Who was she in The Matrix?
She was that black chick with the fucking...
The weird hair?
Knots in the hair,
Okay,
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I wonder how much a cuck Will Smith is being for her today.
I don't know. But, yeah.
Ew. We got Lance Armstrong.
Why did you say ew? This guy gets dragged through the mud so hard by our source, it's sad. So,
well, it's because he cheated.
Yeah, well, you know.
And he cheated on Sheryl Crow, too.
Alright.
He cheats in all lives of manner. I mean, he did make records, but
But did he
by
not
cheating.
raise a lot of money for charity and actually do a lot of good? You know, I mean, I'm not saying
Probably.
ignore the bad. I'm saying, why are they like, they're always on this guy about, oh, like, just read the article. They don't praise him for anything. They just drag him through the mud. Like, like go
Yeah,
for it.
no. I just never liked him before that either. I was like, ugh.
I mean, like, I don't like him. I just don't dislike him. He's just neutral to me. Like, I mean,
Fair.
are you gonna read it?
Oh, what?
It's your
Oh,
turn.
I thought it was yours. It
I
was
did
mine?
mine
Oh. We have Lance Armstrong's birthday today in 1971. He was a road cyclist. He was a 7 Tour de France. He had 7 of them, but he's banned for illegal drug use. But he was born in Plano, Texas.
Yeah, but see, what really annoys me is that, like, there's like a lot of articles, that we've covered and everything. Like, they always mention, oh, he was banned, and there was also no winners during that because everybody was drugging. I'm not saying it was good, but everybody was drugging. Why are they singling him out? Why are they dragging him specifically through the mud? Attack
Because he won
everybody.
so many
Broaden
times.
your horizon, people. Come on. Like, yeah, he did a bad thing, but so did everybody else in that sport. Recognize it. Don't just go after him, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This poor
Fair
guy
enough.
just gets all the shit. So, we have another one here.
Sure, I do. We have Ronaldo. He's just called Ronaldo, or he's called Luis Nazario de Lima. He's a Brazilian retired soccer player. Popularity described as O Fenomeno, the phenomenon. Born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Nice. And I believe it's now Scott's turn. Actually, let's move on into deaths. Starting us off in the year 31. If he's there.
I'm here. All right. 31. Sejanus, Roman head of Praetorian Guard, executed.
Yep. The Praetorian Guard. Like, I've heard stuff about that. Like, they were very corrupt. They're supposed to be like, the royal guard and everything, but if you pay them off, you can basically own them. So they were essentially just they were mercenaries acting as a state, a state sponsored force. Or essentially, if our police affiliated with like any gangs outside of being a gang themselves, if they actually if they sided with the Crips versus the Bloods or something, like whatever, whoever pays them off, essentially. But then you have another one here. Yeesh.
96. Domitian. Domitian, okay. Roman emperor assassinated.
Yeah, I covered that earlier in the show at the beginning. Like, he was assassinated and then somebody else took his place. And so, yeah. So assassinations everywhere. All of a sudden. In 1783, we lost Leonhard Euler. He was a Swiss mathematician. The Euler's constant died of a brain hemorrhage at 76. And see, that's what happens when you concentrate too hard, man. Like, you gotta focus. Like, don't try to become orange juice or your head will explode, Just like in that scene from that movie Scanners. Then we have 1890, Dion Bocchiaccolate, or Dionysus Lardner Boursiquois, was an Irish actor and playwright. Rip Van Winkle in London Assurance died at 67. Rip Van Winkle, I've heard that a lot. So, anyway, Alice, oh god, this name.
Oh. We've got Dag Hammarskjöld. He was a Swedish public servant. In 1961, he died. He was the Secretary General of the United Nations from 53 to 61, and posthumous Nobel Peace Prize winner in 1961 dies in a plane crash over the Congo at 56 years old.
I think this is one of those times where he maybe there's all these theories about he got snuffed out or something. Like, I think Dad was talking about that because he was around during this time. Like, by 61, he was born in 45, so by 61 he'd be 16 years old, I think. Right? 45 to 61? 16?
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Aww. 1970, today in history, Jimi Hendrix, the American rock guitarist, known for Purple Haze, died from asphyxiation at the age of 27.
Dang. So would that be the same thing as, because now they're saying asphyxiation.
I'm
They
pretty
say-
sure he just died from his vomit and sleep, probably.
Yeah, he suffocated under his vomit, probably.
I was thinking more along the lines of a David Carradine situation, but you guys sound.
Oh,
more
no.
on with that.
No, this was a drug overdose, essentially, or alcohol poisoning that he didn't turn over when he threw up and suffocated himself.
Yeah, because like on David Carradine's page, they have him like dying as a cardiac arrhythmia or some kind of asphyxiation. Like they're not going to straight out say, "Oh, autoerotic asphyxiation," just oh, let's respect him. But no, that's how he went out. But like, yeah, drug overdose seems highly more probable. Considering everything at those times and how everybody was on LSD or something.
Oh,
Anyway.
I think the mouse is finally dead.
Anyway, Scott.
2012, Steve Sabel, American filmmaker, dies from brain cancer at 69.
Well, that's weird. He wasn't even a politician.
Nope.
Huh. Maybe he was thinking about getting into politics and it caught up with him. We have another one here.
2013, Ken Norton, American heavyweight boxer who had 3 famous fights with Muhammad Ali, dies at 70.
Dang. Then we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg, died on this date 2 years ago in 2020. Good old RBG. She was a U.S. jurist and Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1993 to 2020. Died of pancreatic cancer at 87. Man. Yeah. She was a BAMF. So, people liked her for a reason. And that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Scott.
I am Who is Alice.
And you viewer, of course, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles! Don't forget Jabberwocky at 3 Pacific time here soon. So, yeah, stay tuned.
6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.